rhythm, consistency, but the pick six early and put yourself in a hole, not good.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Number 35, set to kick this low.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Vols are in the hurry-up.
Well, what you know about Josh Heupel in this offense is they're explosive, and they always seem to have a dude outside a wide receiver. They normally have multiple guys like that. Chris Brazzell, a big-time playmaker for the Vols. They're going to have to replace that, David, but they've done such a good job recruiting and developing. There's no question in my mind they're going to find guys that can go on the outside and hurt you.
They find those guys with speed. They create so much space in this offense. Now, make no mistake about it. This is a run-first offense, and I love the way they do it, but developing that chemistry out wide, finding their new guys. They found them a year ago quickly. They stepped up. They made... Who's going to be their playmakers this season?
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Just feeds the running back. There he goes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Vols have this offense rolling.
And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also... he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know...
They're going to feature him, they're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done, and they've been so good at it. And it's not just the early ground game that you got to worry about. It's the wear-out factor late. They usually commit to the run game. They committed to Bishop last year. He got over 1,000 yards and looking to improve upon that this year.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. Taken down. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Bishop. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And this offensive line obviously has its strengths, but you're not going to have to look further than that left side. Like, this offense gets a little bit run-heavy to the left for a reason. Left guard, left tackle, the strength of this unit. They work so well together, great individual players. And Palmer, sometimes when you got a side of the line that's a little bit more dominant, don't be afraid to go that way more often.
No question about it. I think on critical down and distances, when they need to have a play, especially on short yardage, goal line, going for it on 4th down, the left side is who they're going to be running behind. You've got 2 guys out there, a left tackle and left guard, that are going to play on Sundays. And that is a special, special combination that a lot of offensive lines wish they had.
Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. punt team makes its way onto the field. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Oh, he's got some space.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Keeps it looking for room. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Handoff again. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Straight ahead, it's Klein. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Nice move there.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback keep. And he's brought down after a short gain. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Turns up, it's Davis. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
And the Vols line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. On the return, he's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Klein. Defense all over it. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going downfield for the big play. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Might have a chance. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the lone running back. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll throw on 3rd and short. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And after the 3-spot guys were all tied up.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulled and fired complete. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. The Vols want to move quickly. From the gun, it's Bishop. Spins away from the defender. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Caught in the backfield. It's Matthews. Pulled to the ground. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Volunteers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Running inside, it's Klein. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Lets it fly. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. No room to bring it back. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking for room, it's Bishop. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. All over him immediately. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Got it behind the line. It's Staley. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Out wide right, it's Staley. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Right side, it's Davis. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Vols will line up to punt it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Now this offense is back on the field. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Second and long here. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Powers inside. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. Offense working from the pistol. Drops back on first down. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a first and 10. Hits inside. It's Klein. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. Right back to it. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. On the ground, it's Bishop. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Whip it out to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Third down play from the gun. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They've got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
They kick it away on 4th down. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Going to the running game. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Right at the line. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Runs through a tackle.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They'll go to the air. The screen, he's got wheels. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. Caught in the backfield, it's Wade. Could not make his way to the corner. Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun. Look out. Left side is Klein. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Klein. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. Got him on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Hands it off. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. He caught it. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. A first down run in the red zone. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Quick give. It's Bishop. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Takes a handoff. It's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Makes the catch. It's Staley. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Gives it. Got an alley. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout, and the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Driving forward, it's Bishop. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. The run inside. It's Bishop. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on when you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Spins away from the defense. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Near the marker, it's Klein. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. Rush right in his face. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Wade. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
over to your game inside Neyland Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Tells the run, wants to pass. Connection to the right. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
They're going to ride this running back. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Second down, going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Caught on the RPO. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Burrowing for yardage. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll need a bunch on second down. Straight ahead, it's Bishop. He's stopped. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And they'll stop him right there on the return. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. 2nd and long here. Looking for space, it's Klein. Gets away from one, he's got space. He's now up to 83 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Long way to go on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. They'll run the screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Out wide right, it's Wade.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the grab, down immediately, he picks up a few. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good. It's 24-13.
Number 35, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. On the return, the solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's dropped after taking the hit. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Cantrell. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. He's racked up 92 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Sells to fake. They're all over him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. 2nd and long here. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Has it! And he's got a touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
PAT unit on the field. And they tack on the PAT. It's 31-13. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Complete to start this drive. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. The Vols headed quickly to the line. From the gun, it's Bishop. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Finds his target. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Looking for the marker. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Play action on 1st down. And the running back made the catch along the sidelines, but he drifted out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The sure hands, it's Wade. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Bush is ahead. He breaks a tackle. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. The only drama left, awaiting the clock to run out, gives us a minute to check out the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country and get a win like this late in the season, and that really adds some strength to your playoff resume. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Fights off a defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Running inside, it's Klein. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds a crease, it's Klein. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Snags it over the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff to the single running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. The hands, the feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the return, it's Dodson. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Hits inside. It's Bishop. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. 3rd and long coming up. On the run, it's Bishop. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th. Going for it all. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Volunteers are marching down the field. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Finds his man, it's Jackson. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Caught it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Left side is Staley. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Right side, it's Matthews. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Davis. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating. And he surges across the line. Touchdown ball! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Klein. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Makes his man miss. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Now on 1st down from the 28. Hits the hole, it's Klein. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Leaves it in his belly. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Looks it in. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. caught in the backfield. It's Bishop. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Vols are in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He's snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Looking for a deep man. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw one first. Left side, it's Bishop. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Second and long here.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and get...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Quick give. It's Gibbs. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll ride him again. Powers through the defender. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The give as they work on that clock. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. The run inside. It's Minchie. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Making the adjustment on the play. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.